Hey everyone, it's Matt Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be looking at the Chevy Traverse RS. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Steiner Chevy here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Traverse. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbo 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, the new Traverse is a lot boxier compared to before, and I think it looks really sharp. Speaking of sharp, look at this new light design here. Pretty cool, am I right? And then you guys can see the headlight down below. We've got this completely blacked out grille here with the not so subtle RS badge. And overall the contrast with the black and the white in this one, sharp. Now our tire wheel setup is 275 by 45 by 22 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels all blacked out. I like the gloss finish as well. I think that's really cool looking. And then you can see here with the painted fender flare, Traverse badge all blacked out, mirror cap also blacked out, and the window trim. Lots of blacked out elements with this. There's the side profile. And this leads us to the key fob where we have our lock and unlock function if it's our focus. Remote start the opening for the hatch. And then you get the Chevy bow tie. Press that a couple times and pop her right open. Pretty cool, am I right? Now there is a ton of storage space for this segment behind the third row. This is the same size as the previous gen Tahoe. So yeah, it's a big Traverse nowadays. Seats do fold down. Third row lowers and raises automatically, which is pretty cool, and pop that down. Ah! There's not enough space. Come back. Anyways, you guys get the point. You do have to do the headrest yourself. But yeah, this is one of the benefits of the new Traverse. It's very spacious. When you're all done, just press that button and that will lower the hatch right back down. Really cool new taillight design here. Let me get the key fob out so you guys can see the little actuation on that. It's fun. All the rest of the badges here as well, and oh, that's the rest of the rear. And this leads us to the rear. So we've got nice soft touch trim all over. I like the stitching down below. And then you guys can see here with the stitching all over the seats. And then popping in legroom, not too bad. Storage pocket, got some cup holders here in the rear. Heated seats, and then we got our own climate zone. And then captain chairs with this. For those of you that are wondering. And then the third row is actually pretty nice. It still has the little perforations. It's not quite as big as a Tahoe or Suburban. Obviously, it's a smaller vehicle. But you can fit adults back there, but reserve it for kids. Now this leads us up front, where again we've got all of the nice soft touch trim and the red stitching, and then you got this cool accent piece. This comes with memory seats. The mirrors do power fold in. They also happen to have blind spot monitoring. RS there in the headrest. And perforated all down the center portion. Adjustments there on the side. And then pop it into all-wheel drive. You got your auto stop start, and then again with this cool trim. And then more nice trim on the dash. Now take a look at the steering wheel. Nice soft touch trim all around. Looks like this one has Super Cruise. Nice feature. It's self-driving. At least on the highway. All roads that are mapped, but mostly the highway. Anyways, paddle shifters there on the back. We've got radio controls below the paddle shifters in the back of the steering wheel. Some controls for the center. This little turn signal windshield wiper stalk. And then we've got a column shifter. Helps free up space in the center. You see that in a little bit. But yeah, we've got this nice digital gauge cluster. And you press the little screen button there on the steering wheel and it'll change what this shows. So I think it's cool that it's very customizable depending on what information you want to see. This also comes with a 360 camera system. Good resolution. I mean, it's a nice setup overall. And then as for the screen itself, yeah, it's double tap, I forgot. It's quick to respond. It has pretty much everything built into it. So like heated, ventilated seats, it's all on the screen. Your climate controls, for the most part, there are some physical climate controls down below. But then even features like the headlights are built into the screen. You do have a physical volume control though. But yeah. Future. Again, there's some nice trim across the dash with all the stitching and the red accenting and everything. glove box, pretty spacious. And then got a phone charging pad here, some cup holders, more storage here, and then because there's no shifter, you got more storage underneath as well. Big center console, nice trim on top of it. We also have a camera rear view mirror, and then we've got a panoramic sunroof. And while all this space and storage does come at a price, so this starts at $57K. There are a few options to add to it, not a whole lot, but $60,140 after destination and everything. Let's see how it performs. Before we set off, I want to mention I just got a new head strap mount for my GoPro, so sorry if the view isn't the best. It's a little bit different than my previous one, so I'm gonna have to get used to the new style and figure out exactly what things should be adjustment wise, but test run. So hopefully you guys can see the driving and not like, I don't know, you're staring at the ceiling, or maybe you're just staring at my feet, who knows. I'll find out at the end when I edit it. But anyways, the visibility in this, by the way, is pretty good, and the camera rear view mirror I think is a very nice feature to have, because 3 rows, big SUV, it's great to have that added layer of visibility. See past all the passengers. It's nice. It is nice. Smooth powertrain. A lot of people are upset that they got rid of the V6 for a 4-cylinder, and I've seen a lot of comments talking about the 2.7 4-cylinder. A lot of people wishing that that's what Chevy put in this, and from my understanding, it's because they didn't put that in this. Okay, I think that's blocked off. No, it's not in there. The reason they didn't put that in this is because of space. Apparently it couldn't fit the 2.7, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Hopefully they figure out a solution to that in the future though, because it'd be cool to have like a higher performance Traverse. It's a pretty smooth powertrain overall. It's not crazy fast, but again, this segment's not about all-out acceleration or performance. It's about carrying people, and that is definitely something that the Traverse is very very good with, is being a people mover. It's actually probably just gonna go across this time. I mean, it's a big car, definitely the biggest in the segment by a long shot. Watch, just go this way. Suspension's pretty comfortable too. Again, bigger car, you're usually gonna get a little bit better ride. Just soaks things up a little bit better. Yeah, nice over the train tracks too. Not too shabby. Yeah, braking's not bad. I mean, it's again, sometimes big SUVs, not the best stopping power, but this isn't a struggle at all. I like how it performs overall. It's a nice setup. So to sum things up, this RS package is pretty cool. I like the Z71 as well. But the RS package is probably the one that, I'm guessing this is the one that most people are going to go for because of the features that it offers at the price point it's at. It's not cheap by any means, but it gives you quite a bit at that $60,000 range. Especially the nice self-driving stuff is becoming a lot more popular. You know, and I can get it. Take the load off, especially on those, like, imagine like doing a long trip, and instead of, I mean, you're obviously still have to pay attention. Safety is a thing, right? But the car does most of it for you. It's nice. It's definitely nice to have. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this new Traverse, the new engine and all. I think that the engine, yeah, probably a little bit controversial for some people, but I think a lot of people are going to be sold on the size. Once they get into this, you know, compare it to Highlander and Durango and Explorer and all the other vehicles, I think when they see the extra space that this has, I think that's what's going to sell them on it. They'll go, oh, well, maybe I like the V6 more than the Explorer, but I like the fact that I can fit a billion people and still have some cargo space in this. It's nice. It really is. And I guess I'll get you guys one last acceleration here. Zoom in. Again, it's not fast, but it's torquey.